balanced scorecard helps you align the vision and the strategy of the organization with the overall outcomes. This is one of the general figures that you must have seen. So from the vision and the strategy flows the four perspectives. The financial perspectives, which says that how do we look to our shareholders. The customer perspective, which says how do we look to our customers. The third one, the internal process perspective, which says in order to be looking good to our customers, what are the new processes that we should learn? What are the innovations that we should be doing? And the fourth one, the learning and growth perspectives, which would say that in order to be good at these processes, what are the new things that we should be learning? So, as you can see this cascading method, and throughout the presentation there will be some cascading or the other that will be going on. This shows that finance is at the top of it and learning and development at the bottom. But with my experience of last 10 years of working in the HR domain, I could tell you it is just upside down. Basically, the learning and growth perspective that pushes the internal processes, that in turn makes our customers happy, and that in turn brings our financial success. Somebody was asking me during lunch that you're making a presentation on balanced scorecard. Oh, does that tool yet exist? Balanced scorecard is one of the tools that is used throughout the world, and almost half of the major companies in US, UK and Asia uses the balanced scorecard method. So it's very relevant today. The literature review, David Norton and Robert Kaplan were the ones who gave the concept of balanced scorecard to us. So I'll be mentioning 3 papers over here out of around 10 or 12 that I did my research on. The first one from Norton Kaplan, whereupon they implemented this scorecard in governmental organizations, whereupon enforcement authorities had used the scorecard. Now when you are an enforcement authority, what happens is you focus on law abiding, which means that you penalize people, you arrest people for not abiding by the law. And these people, the ones that you are penalizing, are actually your customers. So it's very difficult to understand the customer satisfaction in these cases. But they showed that by use of the balanced scorecard, they could bring customer satisfaction even amongst the public by the enforcement authorities. There are another 2 papers, one by Gonzalez Pedron, whereupon they show that the learning and development initiatives, remember I was showing you the reverse cascading, whereupon learning and development initiatives could actually have huge impact over the financial measures in any organization. The third one, Chung Kwang Ho, who had shown that the impact of balanced scorecard with implementation of business intelligence tools. Today we are talking about implementation of strategic tools while aligning organizations. So this particular paper, it showed us that there was phenomenal difference in all the perspectives by the technological use of BI where they had implemented the balanced scorecard. So the purpose and the objective, as we all can see, when we plan our lives or maybe a year, the plan is of a straight line, but as we go, it is an ups and downs, it's a bumpy road. And where we started and where we ended, in between there's a huge difference between the cup and the lip, right? I had worked with 500 executives, designed their scorecards by myself. So with that experience, this paper is going to show us some practical implications and outcomes of talent and alignment initiatives with the implementation of the balanced scorecard. So the alignment of talent, what it does is, first it enhances employee engagement, obviously. It improves performance outcomes, obviously, and it increases organizational agility, which means lesser of bureaucracy, which means better coherence, better interdependence between the departments, one knowing that my outcome is dependent on his outcome, so the better of alignment. There's also a little bit of understanding for the HR folks, whereupon we show that the collaboration of the HR team with the senior leaderships, while you understand what are the KPIs, while you understand what are the business outcomes, while making the scorecards, it's absolutely important, and it is the make or break tool. The research methodology, we had both qualitative and quantitative methodology. The qualitative part being focus groups, town hall meetings, keynote sessions, one-on-one conversations, and conversations with employees, whereupon they would come back and tell, oh, what a scorecard you have made, how do I measure myself? Or they come back saying, इस year छोड़ दे यार, next year करेंगे. Or come back saying, मैंने कुछ भी भर दिया है, हाँ तू बस देख लेना. So those are also experiences that when you're trying to measure your work, it is so difficult to put things into pen and paper and saying that everything is measurable, even happiness can be measured. But does everybody That was the first challenge that we worked on. And the quantitative methods, which had the business process outcomes, the goal sheets, the performance measurement formats, and their outcomes, which we used as the quantitative methods. Some of this part, though, I will be not sharing over here because it is taken from a live organizational case study. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the case study in the year 2017. There is this EPC company with multidisciplinary constructions, greenfield, brownfield projects, and lump sum turnkey projects that they operated all over India with various industrial sectors like power and energy, chemical, ferrous, non-ferrous, buildings, substations, oil and gas, to name a few. So with over 1,500 employees, 2017 this research was starting, whereupon we show talent alignment. Now as you can see this particular graph over here, this is the alignment that shows human capital, organizational capital. It helps get better processes, better CRM, better innovation processes. That helps prices, quality, service, availability. That helps get cost efficiency, and that leads to long-term shareholder value. There is quite a lot of paucity of time, so I will just
skim through the slides for you.